How can you be a lawyer and you don't have karma? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will share with you must-have supplies that you need as a law student. I mean, whatever I'll be sharing in this video are things I consider essentials for you as a law student in any university. By the way, I am a final year law student, and I can tell you from experience that I know the necessary things that you need as a law student, especially if you are a first year law student in any university. So stay with me, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not. Like this video, then comment down below what you like about the video or what you think should be most essentials that a law student must have. Drop your suggestions. I want to see them. The very first thing I consider the most essential that any student must have is a bag. For guys, you can decide to carry a, what I call it, a briefcase. I don't know that bag, what it's called, but you know the bag, the handbag that you guys carry. So I believe and I recommend that should be the kind of bag you as a guy that is a law student in any university should have. Ladies, tote bags. Tote bags are our go-to bags for school. And I promise you, most tote bags nowadays, they have other compartments that can carry that can contain a lot of your notes, your statutes, and every other thing that you want to take to school. Or guys as well can actually carry tote bags. I mean, the guys in my own faculty, you come to school, some of them carry tote bags to classes, you know. Another type of bag I recommend for girls will be the actual handbag that, you know, everybody takes to school. You know, there are some big ones, very big ones that can also contain a lot of things, a lot of your essentials, your day-to-day stuff in your bag that you need for school, basically. So if there is anybody that sells bags, tote bags, or whatever kind of bag that I just mentioned in this video, or the ones I did not mention in this video, please comment down below where we can find you. You know, let's patronize you. I'm very sure there will be somebody in the comment section that will be looking out for where to get some. So just comment down below if you sell this kind of bags or any type of bag at all. The second essential thing that I believe is the most essential, that I don't even think without it you can be okay in a Nigerian university, is white and black. See, as law students in Nigeria, I don't know about any other country, but in Nigeria, you wear white shirts and black trousers or skirts for ladies. Other countries, again, I don't know. But in Nigeria, you need white and black. You need white and black as a law student. Now, that's the general regulatory dress. That's what we call it, regulatory dress. But you can decide to wear maybe black. It depends on your university. For instance, Unilag now, they allow black gowns for girls. They allow black shirts over black pants for guys. I don't know about ladies, but what we do in Unilag, we wear black to class. You can even go as far as wearing grey pants or grey shirts. See, Unilag law students, they do anyhow. But other universities, I believe that they're very strict with white and black, and maybe sometimes like black gowns or black shirts over black pants for guys. But for Unilag, this is what I know that we do all the time. We wing it, but we always just make sure that white, black, grey, shine whatever you're wearing. That's what we do. The third most essential thing that I believe you must have, it's not even about belief. You must have it as a law student in any university. You must get your relevant statutes. Statutes like the Constitution, 1999 Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. You must have the book. You should have the book because it's part of you building your library as a lawyer, future lawyer. So 100 level, 200 level, you need your statute. You need the Constitution. For 300 level, you will need statutes like criminal code, yes, and you can go as far as getting the penal code. But for 300 level, you need criminal code, yes. Is that what they call it? Criminal code, yes. CCC, criminal code, CC rather. Criminal code, you need the criminal code. Then there is Land Use Act for land law for year 4 or whatever class. I think land law is for year 4. You need Land Use Act. Then year 5, you need CAMA, that is Companies and Allied Matters Act. You also need Evidence Act. These acts that I just mentioned are very, very essential for every law student in Nigeria, because how can you be a lawyer and you will not have evidence acts? You will always go back to evidence act. You always reference it, if you're, especially if you're into litigation. How can you be a lawyer and you don't have comma? You would always go back to comma if you are trying to. How would you understand how to register a company? How would you understand how to do annual reports, the number of members, maximum number of members a company or a partnership should have? Like, comma is a guide for that. So, like I said at the beginning, you need to have these statutes, these acts, to build your library as a future lawyer. The important thing that I need to mention that you need as a law student is your stationery. Your stationery includes your notebooks, pens, pencil, highlighters, sticky notes, and other things like that. So talking about notebooks, you can use any kind of notebook, and you actually need notebooks. Like, I don't understand. You need notebooks, don't you? Yeah, I get that there are digital notebooks now for some of you that have iPads and all of that. But the most traditional and conventional way of taking notes is the notebook. So let's assume that most people watching me don't have iPads, so you need a notebook. So now, I would recommend that you should get these binder notebooks. There's one that I used last semester. I'm still using, and I particularly enjoy it. Personal preference, you don't need to get it. You can get the other types of notebooks that we typically use in Nigeria. So now, speaking of pens, I mentioned pens, and you might want to say, yes, you need pens to write, of course, but I need to emphasize on red pens. As a law student, it is believed that you mark yourself in exam, and this is the reason why. We use red pens to make the cases, statutory provisions, or authorities that you might, or whoever you want to quote in an exam or test, use the red pen to make them stand out. Imagine you using blue or black pen to write, and you're writing a whole lot in a law exam that is theoretical. Like, you're writing, it's not OBJ. You're not writing a whole lot, you're not citing cases. How would your lecturer see it? And you might want to say, oh, why won't the lecturer not see it? He's not marking my script. Yes, you're not the only person he's marking over 400 scripts. Typically, my own faculty is one person that marks, or sometimes two. Whatever the case is, imagine the person is just marking, even if it's 20. The person cannot sit down to read every single thing. So the only way to make your cases or whatever you're citing in the exam stand out is by using red pen. So red pen is the most essential, in fact, for a law student. That's why they say we mark ourselves. Because if I am writing in a law exam and I do not cite section this or section that or kidney versus this, I'll be panicking, because what's the point of me writing everything and I'm not using cases to back it up? So even if I want to use cases to back it up, I still need to use my red pen. So if you're using any kind of other pen, I would still recommend that you use Muji-like pens. I think they're called gel ballpoint pen, something like that. These kind of pens are very, very helpful. They are very fine and smooth when you are writing. When I say fine, I'm not talking about fine handwriting. I'm talking about the kind of pens. There are some pens that when you're writing, it feels very hard on the paper surface. It feels like the pen and the paper, they're fighting. There's some sort of friction. But these gel ballpoint pens or something, they are very, very fine. You are writing easily. It's not stressing you out. And law exams are a matter of speed and accuracy. So you want to be very fast, even if you're writing the correct thing. So imagine your pen being the weapon fashioned against you in an exam. It will not make any sense. So that's why I recommend this kind of pens. And another reason I'm recommending these kind of pens to you is that their bodies don't have some unnecessary designs that will be causing some kind of pain after writing for a very long time in an exam. When you're writing for so long, it gets to a point, you have this red stuff around the tip of your fingers. These pens you might typically have it when you're using this kind of pens, but it's a lot bearable and doesn't really cause so much pain, unlike the other lucky biro that we use in Nigeria. I know Muji pens are very expensive. That's why I'm recommending any kind of gel, whatever. So now, talking about highlighters, Study YouTubers like Ali Abdul have kicked against the use of highlighters. They say it is a passive way of studying. It helps me, because if they give me material and they say we should material for a topic, will I start writing everything inside the material for exam or when I'm forming my notes? No, I will highlight the ones that are very important when I'm passively reading. Yes, it's for passive usage, no problem. But I use it passively in a way I'm picking out, okay, this one is important, this one is important, this one is important, and I end up using whatever I've highlighted or annotated to form my own notes. So in a way, it has its own use. So you can try to get highlighters. It depends on your personal preference. I use highlighters. So now another one is sticky notes. I use that one to write additional information when I'm forming my notes and I feel like, oh, I didn't write this one when I was forming this note. Oh yeah, stick it on top of my notes. Very simple. You can try to get those ones. It's not for decoration, no. You can try to get them and you can try not to. So that's that about stationery. To now wrap up all of this, I would recommend you getting a pencil case. Pencil cases are like small bags or small purses that you can put all your pens, your sticky notes. I dump my pen, sticky notes, highlighters, pencil. I dump everything inside my pencil case. It helps with a lot of organization and it really helps prevent staining, like your pen staining your bag, because I use tote bags like color tote bags, like white. So imagine my black pen staining my white bag. It doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, so that's about stationery. So the next set of items I'll be mentioning are not so essential, but somehow when you look at it, they're quite essential. So you can do with and without them. Do you understand? So the first one on my list of not so essential will be water bottle. Where everywhere is humid and dry, you need a water bottle that you can carry around to drink water. And you know that it is recommended that everybody should drink at least 2 liters of water in a day. So buy water bottle. Yeah. So another thing I think is essential, or another item I think is very essential but not so essential, is a laptop. Laptops, for me, when we had online lectures last semester, it was really helpful with organizing my materials and every other resource that the lecturer must have dropped or had dropped at that time on my laptop. It really helps me with a lot of studying. I feel like I can't really overemphasize the benefit of using a laptop. And as a final year law student, it's really going to help me for my project. My project is coming up. You cannot decide to say, oh, you don't want to get a laptop, you want to get an iPad. If you have an iPad, as a student, it helps you. You might use that one for your note taking instead of getting the normal notebook that we all use in Nigeria. You can decide to use your iPad for note taking, whichever one works for you. But I use a laptop and it's been helpful so far in my academic journey since I had one. Another not so essential that I would recommend that you get as a law student would be portable lamp. I believe that you will understand the importance of a portable lamp in a Nigerian setting. Yes, when there's no light, you will use portable lamp. I have one. I got it for, I think, last semester when I was studying at home, and we didn't usually have lights around here, so I got it for studying. And another one I would recommend that almost serves the same purpose as portable lamp would be a power bank. Again, Nigerian setting, no light, so you use your power bank to charge your phone when there's no light and other gadgets that you may have. There is also a power bank for laptop. There are power banks for laptop nowadays, so you might as well get that one if you can afford it, because I think it's on the pretty high side. So that's that. Another thing that I should have mentioned earlier that I believe is an essential for you as a student is anti-blue light glasses. If you're using a laptop, the purpose of anti-blue light glasses, basically off the top of my head, is that it protects your eyes from the harmful rays from your laptop. So it kind of, when you just wear it, it turns blue, that kind of thing. Just protects your eyes from harmful rays or harmful whatever that comes from the laptop. That's that about that. Then the last but not the least on my very list of very essential things that you need as a law student will be earbuds or headsets. You might as well get any of these ones, but I use earbuds. I've used it before. I can decide to get it tomorrow, or even headsets depending on what I feel like using. But I don't use it to listen to music when I'm reading. I use it to play lo-fi sounds that kind of blocks out environmental noise around my background that will distract me or hinder my studying. Or either I use lo-fi sounds or I use white noise or brown noise. That's basically what I use my earbuds to do. We have come to the very end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for stopping by, watching my videos. Please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, like this video, leave a comment. And for entrepreneurs that sell any of the things I mentioned, please drop your handle, just do your thing in the comment section. I've given you the permission to. Somebody might want to patronize you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.